Somebody didn't want to wake up this early, but we got to get ready to go. But as we were out here this morning taking care of the animals and I was throwing some tumbleweed over the fence, I noticed something. I got a little surprise here. I love how God blesses us. This was our little persimmon tree. It's an American persimmon, but this one never did really bud out. It had a couple of little bitty buds last year after I planted it, but it never put on leaves. Every time it would start to get little leaves, the wind would come up and blow them right off. But look, God blessed us with a little tree coming up out of the roots. I'm so glad I kept watering it and kept watering it. See, yep, the water is on. It's seeping. I'm so happy. The second one that I gotten last year did really well. It's up to this tall. And yes, I have to weed eat. I haven't messed with that the last couple of weeks. I've been busy doing other things. But this is the other American persimmon tree. I'm so happy. I thought I was going to have to replace that other one. God is so gracious. With all the challenges, we are still blessed. We actually did have some little mulberries on this tree this year. Of course, the birds got most of them. Every time I was trying to leave some to get ripe for Micah to try, the birds got them first. I trimmed this one up a little bit, but not nearly enough. But we will see. I will trim it again this fall after I let it grow. See what needs to be done. I may wrap some of those so that they grow together and make it into one trunk. I haven't decided yet. And then we got a little moringa planted here. Yes, this is part of the reason I haven't done any weed eating. I was pulling the weeds and putting them down as mulch around this. And where did we plant the second one? See, that one was there. The second one we put here, between two of the nanny berries. So I've got two moringas here. This nanny berry is the one that I accidentally hit with a weed eater last year. And that one came back from it. Pardon? But that was one of the nanny berries. This is the nanny berry that did the best last year. And it did fairly well with all that wind that we had this year. Now it beat up some of the leaves, but oh, and it's getting some little ones down at the roots. The nanny berries are supposed to spread out. Once it gets going, I'll have to watch at our flowers. The daffodils are finally spent, but the leaves are still growing. I need to weed that out again. Yes, baby. Oh, poor baby. There's our third nanny berry we planted. I'm going to have to get another variety of elderberry to go here, but because that one died back, and I never could get it to grow, the one that was there. Every time it would start growing, the chickens would eat the leaves or something. But this one, this elderberry, is sending up shoots everywhere. So I've got to get in here on my hands and knees and clean all this out. See, there's a young one coming up. So the plan is to eventually have elderberry all along this fence. And let's see if I can get through here without stepping on any baby elderberries. And I'm very happy with how the grapes that I bought Micah are doing this year. And this is all with benign neglect. What's coming up here? Oh, that's just wild stuff. But look how these are doing. We're actually going to have grapes this year, it looks like. The plan is at some point to build an arbor here in this corner for the grapes to climb up. Oh, and that is why there's not very much water going up to the top of this bed. Let's see if I can get that. Ah, see there? My soaker hose has a leak from right there next to that artichoke. Ah. As if it's not hard enough to get water up that slope to the lavender and everything else. Thankfully, lavender doesn't need a whole lot of water. And my little tree collard here seems to be doing wonderfully well this year. I'm just going to keep letting it go until I get some. It looks like I've got some branches putting on in there that I can cut off. I'll be able to cut off some of those branches and plant them for additional tree collards. I may plant them in a row along here on the front of the fence, possibly. But they do need a little bit of wind protection. This one has had that old wooden fence. Maybe I'll save up some money to replace that fence and make it a taller one. Then that would help with the protection from the wind. So much stuff to do. But I just wanted to show y'all that little surprise I got this morning and the blessings that God has given us. I love this. We're going to have grapes. Woohoo! Everyone, have a wonderful and blessed Friday and an early happy Memorial Day. Be well.